going, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Ryan, and behind the camera we got Slam, and we're both equally as excited. We finally have some wheels and tires for my 2008 Dodge Viper. And this was not an easy decision. So if you know anything about Vipers or you don't, Dodge has a very funky bolt pattern for the Viper. It's actually like a truck bolt pattern. So finding wheels is dang near impossible. It can be done, but you're gonna have to customize them. So you pretty much can't just go anywhere, pull up a set of wheels, buy them off the shelf. So that's what makes this decision even harder, is because they did have to be customized. But I've actually landed with BC forged. That's what I went with. So I kind of was tossing between HREs, forged line, and then these BC wheels. And I think these, after much deliberation, I think these are gonna fit my needs. So I'm excited to jump in the box, so let's get to it. We're actually gonna start off small, and I use the term small lightly because it's funny, because these are 19 by 11s. So stock up front, the Viper came with 18 by 10s, so we're stepping up not only in diameter, but width as well. So let's jump into the small version, our 19 by 11s. And then it's hard to find the correct offset for the Vipers as well. Everybody wants to keep it a secret for some reason, but the fronts are actually gonna be plus 45. So it's easy to find, you know, everybody will tell you, oh, I'm running 19 by 11s, but they leave out the offset. So the fronts are gonna be plus 45. And so I've been told, working with like my wheel guy, that these will sit perfectly flush with the fenders. And that's exactly what I was going for. Well, let's jump into the small box. Here we go, big reveal time. So wasn't much to the box itself. They don't want to tease you too much, so I'm not gonna tease y'all either. So let's pull back the cover. Woo! Ooh. Nice. And if you'll notice, these are actually unfinished. So that's where I'm gonna need your help here in a minute to figure out what we're gonna do with the faces of these as far as color goes. But these are absolutely beautiful. You might be thinking to yourself, these look kind of familiar, or these look like a particular other wheel, and that is on purpose. So I wanted so desperately to have a set of Volks on the Viper, because again, I'm just kind of JDM fanboy, and I would love to have a set of Volks on this car, but they only make 5 look patterns that I've been able to find. So in order to do that, kind of had to replicate that look, and BC Forged nailed it. So they have that Volt Racing TE style to them, but with a 6 lug pattern. I'm ecstatic. These are beautiful. So, like I said, these are the small versions. So let's finish unboxing the other 19s. We'll get a look at both of them, and then we'll get to the big boys. So in the one box, it contained all of our center caps. So I was really kind of partly hoping to be able to use like the stock, like the Viper caps, and just have them either painted or powder coated, depending on if they're metal or not, but it doesn't look like they'll fit. There's a little bit of diameter difference. We got our beautiful center caps, and then I'm not gonna open our valve stems at this point, but I got black valve stems for the wheels themselves. Here's our stock Viper center cap with our little Viper logo, and just kind of hold it up and comparing the BC Forged center cap. Looks a touch bigger, so I don't know that that'll work. Now onto the rear. So just like in the front, we stepped up in diameter. So stock on the Viper, they come 19 by 13s. So we stepped up to a 20 by 13. So same width, just a different diameter. Should look a little better. And again, the offsets for these, so we went 20 by 13, and these are plus 55 on the rear. So again, that flush look, I like where it just nicely fills up the whole wheel gap and sits right there, tucked nicely on the flush with the fender. So these are the big boys, so let's jump into these. This is gonna be our new lookout back. Those H pattern wheels, they just ain't it. So I'm really loving the 6-spoke style. I think it'll fit the Gen 4 Viper really, really well. So on the left, we have our front 19 by 11s, and then on the right, our rear 20 by 13s. These look big until you get them next to these. It's gonna be a completely different look to it when actually I'm able to get them mounted. But what is almost as important as the wheel size, you need to think about your tire size as well. So I've actually gone with Michelin Pilot Sport 4S's for both the front and rear. So we got the 345s in the back and then 295s in the front. Just like Arby's, we have the meats. Just for size reference, this is the 295, 345, big boys. Took me long enough to actually come down to the style of wheel that I actually wanted, but now the next important step is the color. So I've actually grabbed a few of the swatches from Prismatic Powders and I'm gonna have them powder coated, but that's where I'm kind of stuck. And I'm leaning on you all. I know Slam hasn't seen like the color choices that I've kind of narrowed it down to, but I kind of want to get people's opinions and see what they think as far as colors for the Viper go. So I'm gonna show you all and then kind of see what Slam thinks as well. So I've got laid out all my different color variations that I'm trying to decide between, and no affiliation whatsoever with Prismatic Powders. They just happen to send like free swatches. Well, free in the fact that you just have to pay shipping to get them, but I wanted to be able to kind of hold them up against the car, just kind of see what I thought. But as you can kind of tell which way I'm leaning, kind of between like a gold-ish color and a blue. And like I said, I have not showed Slam. She knows kind of my initial color palette, what I was thinking about, but she hasn't actually seen the colors I've narrowed it down to. So let's see what she thinks. So this is her first time seeing these colors. Thoughts, opinions, feelings.
So I always lean towards like more so black wheels for most things. Don't really go for any kind of silvers. I don't go for like whites, anything like that. Usually just black. So immediately I'm drawn to like these two darkest ones.
The two darker blues? Why? Yeah. Just because they look black?
Yeah, because they're, yeah.
Which I think in the shade, that is going to be the case. They're going to look kind of dark, like you probably at night and everything, you might not even realize they are blue. Right. But then in the sunlight, they might really pop. But black's so played out. Everybody has black wheels, so I don't want that. I want something completely different.
Because it looks good.
It does. Not arguing that. And it is funny that she does mention like the black wheels, like blue on black. Because don't get me wrong, I love that look. It's just, it's a little played out. And because before I kind of landed on the BC wheels, I was actually eyeballing like a set of ACR Viper wheels, which are just like a standard kind of 5-spoke black wheel. And they look great. And that's kind of the crazy part is stock Viper wheels, ACR are some of the better looking, not these H-spoke wheels, but some of the nicer looking stock factory wheels. They look good, but they come at a premium price too. So it was crazy. I got this custom set of BCs for the same price, actually lower than some of the used ACR wheels I was looking at. So for the price, I'm like, I might as well get a new set, cater to exactly what I want. So that's the route I went. As I was sitting here trying to figure out, like, instead of being able to hold them up one by one to the car, I wanted to be able to kind of just see the whole gamut of colors all at once. But obviously I don't want to scratch my paint. So the best way that I came up with is what I'm actually gonna do is take some painter's tape, won't hurt your paint at all, apply that to the side of the car, and then actually be able to tape these individually up there so that way we can kind of see them all at once. I've laid them up here on the trunk just so you can see each color against the actual blue paint. And man, it's so tough to tell because it's certain ways the light hits it, it kind of changes, which I mean, obviously that's how it is in real life, but I don't know. That's kind of where I'm leaning on y'all's opinion. Just see what you think. What I'll do is I'll take like a better picture and I'll actually put like each color from the Prismatic website on screen, and that way I can have you kind of vote. I'll number them and everything, but that way you can vote below. But I don't know. I'm so torn. Slam, what's your opinion? Because I know, like, again, black's not an option, so what you leaning?
Surprisingly, I think I'm leaning... I feel like I would have initially said this one, but like up next to the car, I don't know, I'm kind of leaning this one.
So this, not the darkest, but a step from darkest.
Right.
Not feeling the golds at all?
No.
Gold's out.
That's a definite no. Yeah, that's not even on my radar. But like this color is a beautiful color, just not...
Which color?
This.
So the blue.
Lightest blue that we have.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful color. I just obviously like it doesn't go with this color for the car.
Sure.
But that's a beautiful color. But yeah, I'm really thinking like that middle blue.
Middle blue, okay.
That's really pretty.
Slam votes the medium blue. So again, I'm gonna kind of lean on y'all. Let me know what you think. And in the comments below, put your vote. Like I said, I'll put actual, they all have names to them. I think there's like a Gold-tastic and a Volkan Blue. But yeah, just let me know. Put all that on screen and just vote below. Cause I'm so torn, I don't know. Cause originally I was thinking kind of like a goldish color, but like kind of similar to what I have on my Camaro. I don't know, I'm torn. And if you've never seen my Camaro, it's black with the gold looking wheels. And I was kind of leaning that to begin with, but one, I already have them. So I don't want to kind of like replicate a look on a car, but I've never really seen a Viper with them. So I mean, it definitely stand out. I don't know. Again, I'm so torn. I don't know what to do. And I'll kind of give you my thought process for the color choices. So again, with the BC wheels, I was trying to replicate the TE look. And they actually make a mag blue that I try to find the closest match to as well. So I'm trying to, is it bad that your rep wheels are more expensive than the actual version? Does that then make them rep? I don't know. But they make a mag blue, and then I forget what their bronze color is called, but it is beautiful as well. So I've seen both of those at car shows and everything, but again, I've never seen them on a Viper. So that would be hopefully a first, but I don't know. I like both, but can only choose one. Got to give you a full perspective. So again, here's our wheel style that we're going with, and then all of our colors. I mean, it took me long enough, like I said, just to choose the wheel itself, but equally as important is the color, and I'm struggling. Full disclosure, before I actually ordered the samples, I was dead set on this one. This is the Volkan Blue, and the reason I know the color is because that's the one that kept coming up most like the mag blue from Volk. So that's why I was leaning towards that one. But I don't know, now that I see the gold, I think that really kind of pops against the blue and gives it some contrast. But I don't know. It is so sunny out, I can't tell if the camera is actually doing it justice and picking up the color change, but holy cow. Big difference when you get it in direct sunlight. That really dark blue inside is now a very sparkly, bright color outside. I rolled the Viper out just so that way you could see the colors in the sunlight against the paint itself. A world of difference when that sunlight hits it. Well, even with the paint, the Viper paint itself, it looks kind of darker blue in the garage. You pull it out and it's like a bright blue. This might give you a better idea of the colors alongside the paint. It's kind of amazing how similar the actual like medium, we're calling the medium blue, is to the actual paint code color of the car. So as excited as I am for the new wheels, again, I'm having an internal struggle. I don't know what to do about colors. So, and I hated to kind of tease you all with the unboxing and just looking at our wheels. Like, I hate making videos like that because I want to be able to, you know, unbox them, show them, throw them all at the same time. But I am seriously struggling with color choice. So that's why I'm reaching out to you all. Please help. Let me know in the comments below what you think I should do. But as far as like, I'm loving, these are the HW56s from BC. I don't know if I actually mentioned that before, but absolutely love the wheel. I'm solid on the choice. I love it, but help me out with the color. But I do appreciate everybody watching. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you in the next one.